Once teeming with life, this shore is silent today. A weary morning where even the waves hesitate, as if the sea has held its breath, waiting without saying a word to anyone. These nets once carried hope. Now they are nothing but empty memories swaying in the wind, as if the sea had long since given up on returning them. A face that has given years to this sea, tired but full of acceptance, as if he were the first to hear the sea fall silent. The sea no longer sparkles like it used to. Its color has faded, its voice has grown quiet. It's as if it's trying to tell us something, but no one is listening. And when we go underwater, the truth appears in all its nakedness. The meadows have withered. Trash lies at the bottom like a heavy burden. Once upon a time, this coast was completely different. The sun danced on the water, and the town woke up joyfully every morning. The sea was like a living friend that embraced everyone. In those days, Rayan thought sitting at the bow of the boat was the most beautiful place in the world. The sea whispered secrets to her. The wind freely danced through her hair. Everything was just as it should be. Every time Rayan touched the water, the sea would reveal another secret to her. This world, sparkling at her fingertips, was the favorite fairy tale of her child's heart. Captain Mehmet taught Rayan the language of the sea, where the waves came from, how the fish danced. Every word was part of his friendship with the sea. Back then, the sea was like a mirror, a world filled with light, color, and life. Fish would rise to the surface, dancing on the water as if they were dancing. People didn't know how fragile the sea was back then. The beach was overflowing with joy, but no one in that crowd thought that even the smallest things they threw away could change the future. Amidst all that crowd, there was something hidden in the sand, a tiny trace that no one noticed, one of the first signs that would change the future. Then, this thin bag caught in the wind. This lightness that no one cared about was silently drifting toward the sea's destiny. This light bag, tossed by the wind, quietly blended into the waves. This moment, unnoticed by anyone, had already begun to change the course of the future. Rayan found something in her hand, a drink bottle. This bottle was the beginning of a great story. Rayan pointed to the bottle in astonishment, but Captain Mehmet didn't even think about what that meant that day. "Carelessness, my girl," he said. "These things happen." But the sea was actually silently warning us that day. A slight murkiness rose beneath the water, along with trash circling around the little fish. As the years passed, the seashore, that once breathing expanse, slowly began to transform into walls, concrete, shadows. The sea silently sensed that the space allotted to it was shrinking. The beach is no longer that peaceful place where the sea once breathed. Every year it gets a little more crowded, a little noisier, and the sea continues to silently bear this burden. And one day, from that clear shore that had fed the sea for years, a thin darkness began to seep in. A small pipe that no one paid attention to was slowly beginning to change the fate of the sea. The sea began to change slowly. Small dark spots appeared among the once lush green meadows. The weight that the water could not carry was now becoming visible. One day, they cast their nets again, but the sea's response was not what it used to be. The fish caught in the nets were now only a shadow of the abundance of years past. The sea was trying to make itself heard in this way. Rayan bent over the net with hope, as always, but her eyes suddenly stopped. The smile on her little face gave way to a quiet disappointment because the sea no longer responded to her as it used to. Captain Mehmet was a man who had understood the language of the sea for years, but at that moment, he didn't say a word, because even if he had an answer, he couldn't find the words to explain why the sea was silent. And life on the shore went on as usual. Trash had piled up at their feet, but no one turned to look. Everyone lived in their own world, unaware of the sea's silent cry. One day, the color of the water flowing into the sea changed. That current from the facilities near the shore began to spread toward the heart of the sea like a poison that no one noticed. And then, one morning, the sea woke up completely different. A brown silence had replaced the blue. It was as if the sea had gathered its last strength and said, "I can't take it anymore." The pain of the sea hit the surface of the water. When Rayon saw that tiny fish washed up on the shore, she felt she had reached a point of no return. Rayon's small voice could be heard even through the waves. "Grandpa, is the sea sick?" Captain Mehmet knew that the sea, which had spoken for years, could no longer answer. And when we went underwater, the harshest reality came to light. The meadows that once danced with light were now darkened, silent, dead. Years later, the sea greeted us with the same silence. That emptiness we didn't understand at first glance that day turned out to be the final sentence of a story. The sea falls silent like this when it has nothing left to say to anyone. Rayon was alone. This shore, where she used to play as a child, now reminded her of only one truth. When a sea disappears, only silence remains. Losing a sea is not merely losing water. You lose the sound of fish, the story of the wind, the breath of a town. What remains is a silence created by human hands.